Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo master run with Togetherness mod with Hunter. I'll be going for platinum and for 100k for this video. So what we're gonna do is gonna be Nightstalker bottom tree with Gambler's Dodge and triple jump. Next we'll be using Witherhoard with exotic catalyst with auto loading holster. Then we'll be using Uriel's gift with anti-barrier rounds. You can also use disruption break or shield disorientant. Next we'll be using hammerhead. Then we'll be using the warm husk crown to get our health back since it's Togetherness mod for this week for the Nightfall. We'll be using high energy fire, large weapon loader, and concussive dampener. Next we'll be using counter charge, overload nade, and shield break charge for mobility. Then next we'll be using double grenade launcher, scavenger, taking charge, and concussive dampener. Then lastly, oppressive grenades and enhanced bomber to get our nade back as much as we can for the overload champions. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is gonna go on our Sparrow and we're gonna skip the ads over here. You can turn invisible and you can avoid taking your time taking down these ads. For Warlock and Titan, you can skip them, but it's very dangerous since we have the Togetherness mod. So I would recommend you take them down if you are on Warlock and Titan. Now I have done this on Warlock and Titan a month ago, but it wasn't Togetherness, it was a different mod. I'm trying to remember, it was Chaff or Famine. So here, for this video, we're gonna throw our grenade. Just make sure the Cyclops is taken down, and then we're just gonna use invisibility and just skip this Infinite Forest. The Infinite Forest is RNG. I would recommend, if Hunter, just skip it. And you can see here I was being a little reckless, so these little shank dudes, they can kill you in 2 hits. I was being a little reckless. So yes, the Togetherness mod. It says drift in the pot on the left side, so your health won't regain. It would take around 50 seconds for your health to regain, around there. I forgot, to be honest, because with attrition and Togetherness is a little bit different, but I would say Togetherness is more of a headache than attrition. So definitely have an exotic where you can get your health back, and we all know where the Titan, you can use the exotic chestplate, the crest, and we have the warm husk where for the Hunter you can use your dodge and get your health back. And I mentioned in my videos, especially the festering core, where I say I hate using this exotic, and I do hate using it. It's not because I don't use it a lot. So sometimes the warm husk can be RNG of how much health you can regain. Sometimes I'm on red health, and when I dodge, right, I don't get a lot of health back. I get very tiny health back. Pretty much Bungie saying, nah Blitz, no health for you. So just letting you know that. Over here, we're going to skip a couple ads. You can do this on your Titan and your Warlock. I have done this skip before on my previous videos from last month on a garden world. There's really no point of you taking your time to clear down, to take down the ads, to be honest. Just make your way and skip these ads. There are no champions over here, well, around this platform. Next, what I'll be doing over here is I'm going to skip down the harpies. We're going to take down the box, turn invisible, and then we're going to hide behind a rock, almost similar of what I did for Grandmaster. If you guys remember that video, I just skipped that and hide behind a rock to regain my mobility or dodge, and then just quickly reload all of my ammo. So now we're going to deal with 2 champions. We're going to deal with a Hydra as well. And also I like to recommend that there is Togetherness mod, and there is also a mod where if you're in the air, you take more damage in the air than the ground. So for the love of the traveler and the speaker, do not jump. Don't jump in this Nightfall. Trust me, you're going to regret it. So if you do jump and ads are shooting you, especially snipers or champions, you'll take double damage, probably more, especially at the boss fight. If you jump, you will die. It will melt you. So we don't want that to happen. You can see here I slide and I went behind this tree. First I want to take down the harpies and the hydra. So I was using my Uriel's gift. It has shield disorientant where I can blind the harpies. And also, of course, I can get my charge of light since we have high energy fire and other goodie mods for a loadout. And of course, enhanced bomber, which I highly recommend to use, especially on hunter. Since we don't have a bow, we'll be relying on our void oppressive grenades. So I was trying to make sure these two barrier champions are not shooting me before I do DPS. So usually for Witherhoard, I use one and I use the auto rifle. Then once I do that, sometimes I do throw my grenade and then I do DPS and then take down the barrier champion. Same thing goes with this barrier champion as well. And if you guys thought this was a headache of two champions in one go, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Will be seeing more of that. We're gonna see that like 3 or 4 times and it's gonna be a major headache. And I did complain about the overload champions in Festering Core. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of them too. There's around 20 champions around here. So once we take down the last barrier champion, we're going to hit the box and we're going to deal with the mini boss, the little minotaur. Well, not mini minotaur, but a little mini boss, which we will take down very quickly. So with Togetherness mod, you have to be super cautious here. In this footage on my run, I was being a little bit reckless because I wanted to get the run done and over it, and I was having bad luck with overload champions. So you can hit the box here, you can throw your nade, you can go with your heavy, anything you want. Like to go around here, then just use my super. Just take it down quickly, and then once I take down the minotaur, I shoot down this box. That way all the ads respawn from the right side. I don't have to deal with them pushing towards me and trying to kill me. Then once I do that, I can take my time getting some ammo. I can throw my Witherhoard up there, or I could throw my nade there. So yes, I'm just gonna take my time here. I'm just crying because this Nightfall's Togetherness. It's gonna take a while. So if this Nightfall wasn't Togetherness and if I wasn't forced to wear the Warm Husk exotic, then this run will be much more faster run. But for this run we have to be super cautious because our health won't regain. You can see here this ad almost killed me and I had to do my dodge. Also, I'd like to also mention, you don't have to have 100 mobility for your hunter. Make sure your recovery and resistance is around tier 4. For Master for Togetherness, all depends on the playstyle. So here I was trying to take down the harpies. Now these guys like to do the dodge spin attack just like Pokemon. Super annoying, but you know, I guess that's how they are animated. Now this is the tricky part. This is the most annoying part when Togetherness mod is here. Make sure you take down with your fire team, take down the barrier champion as quickly as possible because there will be a sniper from the back trying to snipe you and they can't snipe you from far away, the champion from all the way from the back. So I wanted that barrier champion to leave me alone and I wanted to get some ammo. Usually I always go and get ammo here. And like I said, please do not jump in this Nightfall. Only jump for emergency. There's a mod where it's grounded and it can kill you. If I remember right now, it says the void damage is high and then when jumping in the air, it's high damage as well. As you can see, do not jump and just make your way towards around this area. Sometimes the barrier champion from the right side can shoot you. You have to be careful over here. Which if you are on Warlock and Titan, you can use your healing rift, or Titan you could pop a shield from the right side. I wanted to make sure to take down this barrier champion and be super careful with it. So once I do shoot a grenade, I use my auto rifle, I throw my oppressive, and then I use my heavy. So now I took down the barrier champion. I'm gonna go all the way from where this champion guy is, and this is when things get a little bit slow and annoying. Now this barrier champion can be a little RNG and a little bit aggressive when you're close to it. So I'm trying to use my grenade and trying to take it down, and it did take me a while for this footage. I did have one run, I would say my test run, where it was no problem, but I did die in my test run from overload champions, which I will mention which ones that kill me very soon. Now you can shoot your anti-barriers on the harpy here. They can't shoot you from here. For some reason anti-barriers can push through that little invisible wall, by the way. So over here I was trying to take down the barrier champion. It was saying, not today, Blitz. Nah, nah, nah. It was dodging my Witherhoard. It was dodging my grenade. It was trying to hide really bad, so I won't take it down with the auto rifle. You can see I missed my nade, which was ridiculous. So definitely be careful. You can see here I was trying to kill it, but then I had to regain my health. I had to wait patiently, which I was not being very patient, and wait for my dodge so I can get my health back. So you saw the example. I was on red health and my warm husk didn't really give me too much of health, which I don't like. I really hate it, and you'll see more of that very soon, and you will see me make a point of why I don't like using a warm husk at all, especially for Togetherness. I just hate it a lot. And there's an example. I was on low health. What did the warm husk do? Little bit health here, Blitz. I'll make sure it'll stay on red. Yep. There you go, guys. That's why I don't like the warm husk. And then look, I did it again. It's like, okay, Blitz, I'll give it a little bit more health. So yeah, this is gonna be frustrating. This is super frustrating when using the exotic helmet, especially with this Togetherness mod. So now, finally, I was able to take down this barrier champion. It was taking me like almost 2 minutes, probably 2 minutes. Next, what I like to do is take down the harpy, and it did the spin attack like Pokemon, and another one did that too. You can see the frustration here can be annoying. So here's an example where this invisible wall where the champions can't shoot you, but you can shoot them only when using anti-barrier round weapons. So now what I'm trying to do is take down all the harpies. That way the two champions can move near the left side towards the stairs. So over here I did a slide and hide. I did not jump. I did mention do not jump in this Nightfall, only for emergency. And when I mean emergency, I mean like when there's no ads or everything's good to go, and if you're feeling a little bit confident that you can make it, then do a jump, but try not to jump too much for this Nightfall. So we're gonna deal with 2 barrier champions, and you can see the frustration where I'm trying to take down this barrier champion, but this other champion pop a shield where it gets in the way, and sometimes aim assist does make me shoot the other champion where I don't want it to shoot. So now we took down that champion, we're gonna take down this other barrier champion. Yeah, this is really fun, isn't it? So once we do take down the barrier champion, we're gonna deal with more champions, and wow, did you guys see that? So this barrier champion decided to regain his health and wanted me to stay here and just be more frustrated with his Nightfall to try to take down this champion. Oh dear. So sometimes these barrier champions can be very picky. It can troll you. You can see there that I only reload a little bit. It's just 2 seconds, just less than 2 seconds, like 1.5 seconds, and then they regain his health like poof, like nothing ever happened. So I had to wait for these Vex electric death of poles to go away. So I decided to use my super just to take down the Az and the snipers. There's gonna be 2 overload champions, and these are the dudes where they're gonna give you a hard time, especially if you're not using a bow. I did mention in my Titan video to always use a bow. Especially on Titan, I highly recommend you use a bow. I wouldn't recommend to rely on overload nades on Titan. Of course for Warlock and Hunter, yeah, you can do the run without a bow. But all depending on the playstyle. I'm waiting for the overload champion to push. And sometimes it can troll you and do the moonwalk and back away. Not this overload champion. There is one that does it, and you guys will see it very soon. So I'm trying to get my nade back so I can deal with the other overload champion. There was some couple of sniper Vex that I had to take down, or hobgoblins. So once we took that down, then I can take down the overload champion. Wanted to make it push towards the stairs so I could throw my nade and do a body shot on the overload champion. So once I did that, I used my heavy and then just took it down quickly as possible. So now we took down all the overload champions, which is very, very happy. We could shoot down the box. And then what I'm going to do next is go on my heavy hammerhead. I'm going to try to take down the box before the bubble spawns. You can also do this on your auto rifle as well. For me, I decided to go for hammerhead. So I was just shooting here until the box appears so I could take down the bubble and then take down the shield on the Minotaur. Of course, there will be an overload champion pushing you, which it always happens most of the time. I took it down quickly. And we're going to deal with 3 more overload champions. So when you do pop the bubble, there will be 2 anti-barrier champions, but I recommend to ignore them. They won't be of a threat as overload champions are. So these overload champions can be buggy as well. I had times where I look at the left side and then I look again and then boom, overload champion appeared out of nowhere. So now what I want to do is just take them down one by one. I was waiting for my nade to charge back, and I just wanted to focus only on one overload champion. So this did take a lot of time. So I'm trying to make it push towards me. And I throw my nade, do a body shot, and then deal with it with my heavy. When the boss is stunned, always have your Witherhoard ready and try your best to do a body shot and then use your heavy, or better yet, I would recommend to use a sword. Sword is actually better, to be honest. I should have used a sword for this run, but because Hammerhead's getting sunset, I thought it'd be nice the last time I'll be using Hammerhead for Nightfalls. Now we're gonna deal with the other overload champion. Once done, I do a body shot and I use my heavy to take it down. You can also use your finisher as well. As what I was gonna do for plan B if that didn't work. So now I was just doing the scout. Just making sure I took down all the overload champions, because sometimes I look there and then I look again and then boom, an overload champion appears. Super annoying. So I did forget to count how many champions are here in when I was doing this run. There are around 4 overloads. So I was just double checking. So I went back to get some heavy and some ammo. Then now I took down all the overload champions. I did a double scout and I decided to go up here so we could take down the 2 anti-barrier champions. Make sure you don't mess around with the portal there. And then what I like to do is just shoot my Witherhoard. And then you can use your auto rifle or Anarchy or Zeno or linear. So yeah. Or oh yeah, I forgot. Also Ariana's Vow. I totally forgot about Ariana's Vow. So yeah. A lot of ways to deal with these champions. And of course the grenade shoot the ground, unfortunately. Which it was weird. So now we took down the both barrier champions, we can proceed to the next section. So now we're gonna go up here, we're gonna deal with more champions. We're gonna deal with anti-barrier champions, we're gonna deal with overload champions. It just goes on and on with these champions for Garden World.
Trying to take control for me. I've isolated your simulation from the rest of the forest, but I can only do so much.
So I like to make my way up here and first shoot down the red ads, the Vex over here. Reasons because they're aggressive and I don't want to deal with them, to be honest. So first I shoot them down and then I go on top of this little tower, these little platforms, so I can deal with the overload and the barrier champions. For me, this is the safest way. Everyone has their own play style. There will be a couple of ads and overload champion. The overload champion can push you, but it won't push you where it can kill you. Which is why I prefer to go around here than going to the other side. So you can see the overload champion teleported, which it was super weird. I don't know how it can teleport from down there to all the way up there. So now I'm gonna go on top of this platform. We're gonna deal with 2 anti-barrier champions. Now these dudes are very dangerous. You will see an example of how to deal with them. For me, I want to take down the first barrier champion quickly as possible because I didn't want both of them using their anti-barriers, and then I won't be able to do massive DPS because the second barrier champion could block my DPS phase, and it gives me headaches. So first I like to do is shoot my Witherhoard, and we're going to take down this barrier champion as quickly as possible. So you can see here, I'm trying to take it down quickly. And then once we do that, I reload, and then I wait for my nade. You see here, I was waiting. And then here you can see that you can see the barrier champion can still shoot me even if I'm on top of this platform. So definitely recommend you be careful. And you see there I did jump a bit. And yeah, this is and I almost died here. You can see here I almost died. I used my warm husk and it didn't really give me a lot of health. So there you go. This is another reason why I don't like using the warm husk. Exotic helmet on Hunter. Did you see that I had tiny health? It's supposed to give me nearly like 40% of my health. I would say 35%. It gave me like 15% of my health. Seriously, what the heck? Anyway, so now we're gonna throw our nade and then take it down with our heavy hammerhead. Now here I was just looking for ammo, and since now I got heavy and ammo, I can go up there. Sometimes ads do spawn there, so what I did is I turned invisible, and then I did my dodge, and then use my Witherhoard, use my grenade launcher, and just take them down. So this is when things get weird. You can also use your anti-barrier rounds and take down this sniper. So now we're to deal with this barrier champion, and I was just thinking how to handle it. So if I did had a strong anti-barrier weapon, I could take it down from there, but what I want to do is take down the barrier champion from around here, so definitely be careful. So you can see here, it could be a little frustrating taking down this barrier champion. Did miss my grenade launcher, it happens. And you can see here that I was being a little reckless. I didn't want to use my exotic so much. I wanted to take it down. So I finally threw a nade, and then I can quickly take down the barrier champion. And it could be very stubborn as well. This barrier champion is super aggressive for some reason. Now there is one over there, and I have to leave it alone for now because I wanted to make Harpy spawn, Ad spawn, and also an Overload champion. Well, there's going to be 2 Overload champions, and I wanted to take them down one by one. So these are the Overload champions where things can get slow and where they can be a troll, where they can do moonwalks and just back away when you're trying to throw your nade, which is why I fully recommend to use a bow, especially for your fire team. Always have a bow. So now you can see here that this Overload champion almost made me died, so I had to fall back. I had to fall back because my health was on red and I didn't want to risk of trying to deal with the Overload champion. So now we're trying again, and what we're gonna do is of course throw our nade and then use our hammerhead to take it down quickly. So yeah, these Overload champions can be super annoying, especially with Togetherness mod where you can't really push aggressively even though you want to, but you can't. It's really hard to do. And in this footage, I did lose my patience a bit with the second Overload Champion, which you will see very soon, and you will see what not to do. I would recommend not to do what I did in this footage on the Overload Champion, because I got really upset of the Overload Champion doing the moonwalk on me 2 times, and I was not happy. So yeah, it was super annoying, but first we had to deal with these other ads, and sometimes Overload Champion can push you here. And I was trying to take down the sniper first. And then try and use my grenade launcher to take down these ads as well. So now the Overload Champion did saw me, and I'm trying to back away and wait for this Overload Champion to push towards me. But then it went away. And I was trying to see if the Overload Champion went back around that area, but it didn't. So I just went back and say, okay, I'm gonna just take down the ads then, and hopefully it'll push. Here I was just trying to shoot down the Vex, and then I saw the Overload Champion. I was like, oh, okay, I see him. So when you do shoot the Overload Champion from here, they do sometimes push you. So you have to be super careful. So I heard the Overload Champion walking towards me. So I went back, threw my nade, and guess what it did? Guess what it did? It backed away and moonwalked on me. So I got a little bit irritated. So unfortunately I had to wait for my nade again, so I can throw it and then stun it and then take it down. Yeah, these Overload Champions are super annoying, so I did it again. I should try to shoot and make the Overload Champion see me, and then I'm waiting for the Overload to push towards me so I can throw my nade. Any minute it will show up. You can see here it's teleporting. So I decided to throw my nade again, you know, second try, and it backed away. Oh wow. So now you see why these Overload Minotaurs are super annoying. Now I'm trying to back up, and I said okay, I just have to wait for my nade again and see if I can try again and take down this Overload Minotaur. So you can see here I got a little impatient and decided to just take it down. You know what, I'm taking it down. I'm done, because this is the second time I missed my nade. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend you do that. I was a bit impatient. I just want to take down the last, well, not the last, but the last one in this platform. So once we take down the Overload Champions, then it's safe. Would recommend to go around here, where if the Barrier Champion's here. Sometimes this Barrier Champion can spawn a different platform, by the way. So now I just wanted to take down this Barrier Champion and make sure it's taken down so I can deal with the Minotaur right here. So this Minotaur will push you when it sees you, which is good. So I'm just waiting for it to get out of the bubble shield. And once it does, I just use my heavy, or if I had a sword, I'll use my sword. So now I'm gonna shoot the box, and I'm just gonna use my super. Just take it down quickly. You know, no rush. And the anti-barrier won't shoot you, especially if you're hugged to the wall on the left side. So once you take it down, you can take down the barrier champion. Especially for your fire team. And of course, this week is double loot. Double loot. I don't know about you guys, but last week when I was doing Festering Core, I didn't get any exotics. It was kind of weird. You know? I don't know if it happened to everyone else. So I want to get some ammo. And then next what I want to do is take down the box. And then quickly go to the other side. Now I did show where to go for Titan Warlock with sword. There is a specific safe area you can go. But in this video we're just going to turn invisible. Do a little dodge. We can ignore the Hydra. And we can take down the 2 Overload champions. Now this one can be a little risky, so I tried to bait the Overload Minotaur to push towards me, and this is dangerous. So if the Overload does push you and you're dying, turn invisible and just go into platform, which I will show you where to go if they do push you. I think in this footage I went to a platform to recover. I'm trying to remember. Hopefully Blitz will go to that platform and show you where to go if things go wrong. So come on Blitz, go to the platform. Because I'm trying to remember which footage is this, because I did a lot of runs and I lost counted. Alright Blitz, now go to the platform. And of course there will be these explodey ads will push you. So there is a platform on the top up there. Okay, finally Blitz. Here, you can go around this area if you are dying or if you're in your Titan Warlock. You can go up here and recover. The only bad thing about this area is you won't, the Overload Minotaurs won't push you. They will run away. So it's super annoying. I mean, it's a good spot for recovery, but not a good spot, not so much for the Minotaur, because if he does appear, you have to quickly take it down so it won't run away. So now I'm trying to bait the Overload. We're gonna bait the Overload, throw a nade, shoot a body shot, and we're gonna use our hammerhead, and we're just gonna get the hell out of here. We're gonna ignore the Hydra, we're gonna ignore the ads. We don't really, I mean, they're not champions, no point of, you know, killing them. So we're just gonna go to the boss fight. So that's what I did. I got out of there. No way, man. Togetherness mod. I'm just wanna get this done. So now we're gonna deal with the boss, and I like to stand over here. For me, this is my safe spot. Everyone has their own play styles. I like to shoot grenade launchers up to the spawns of where the ads are spawning. They usually spawn up front and up towards the left side. I like to shoot only one Witherhoard on the boss. I don't like to spam DPS on the boss because it'll spawn more ads, and not only will spawn more ads, it will move and shoot. And as I mentioned in my video, for the love of the traveler and for the speaker, do not jump. Do not jump, especially at the boss fight. Highly recommend you don't jump. Seriously, don't jump. But yeah, I fully recommend. So now you've seen here that I'm trying to recover. And you saw there my warm house gave me a lot of health. And then there's times where it doesn't give me health. Super ridiculous. So I'd shoot one Witherhoard and it's going to move. So what I like to do is throw my nade and then just go to the other side. You can turn invisible if you think it might shoot you. Now we're gonna deal with these snipers. They like to shoot grenades at you. And there should be one more. Also, you have to be careful with the boss. It likes to spam shoot you every, I guess, 3 seconds. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, around 3 to 4 seconds it shoots you. 2 seconds. So now we're gonna do is we're going to do a body shot on the boss, and then we're going to shoot Witherhoard on the spawns of the ad spawn, so where they're going to appear very soon. So yeah, I like to take my time at the boss fight. I don't want to rush and do massive DPS on the boss. You know, I want to make sure I clear down all the ads. I take them down, you know, make sure everything's safe and play safe, you know. So yeah, this is just my own playstyle, how I handle things for the garden. So now we're gonna shoot another grenade launcher and it's going to move. So I like to once again shoot down where the ads are spawning. And definitely it will move and it will pop a shield and it will be immune. So next there'll be 2 minotaurs and we're going to do the mini cheese method to take down the boss. So now the reason why I'm going to do the mini cheese method is because 1, it's togetherness, 2, this Nightfall's already long as it is, and 3, I'm forced to use an exotic warm husk, a health regain exotic, and I could have used something better, you know, I could have gone top tree. So before I talk about that, we clear down the ads and we're going to take down the other ads. I'm going to pop the bubble around this one first. We're gonna shoot our Witherhoard, we're gonna take down these ads, and we're gonna shoot the box and just use our super. Very soon, I'm just waiting for my health to regain and waiting for these pulls of the death, electric Pikachu death of pull to go away. You don't want to mess with them. So now we're gonna shoot the box. We're gonna use our super, be behind the wall because the Minotaur from far away can't shoot you. You can see here I wasn't entirely behind the wall-ish. And you can see I kind of messed up my tether. So what did I did? I ran for my life. I dodged, invisible. I ran there and I tried not to jump. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to my other plan B. So this is my plan B if it doesn't work out when using my super. I like to go into bubble shield and then just use that as advantage because I know the Minotaur won't really go inside the bubble, the one the closest with the shield. So yeah, this is plan B if it doesn't work out. So you can see here, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. And we took it down. So now we're going to take down the box. And we're going to run for our life to our little safe spot. We're going to go to this shield Minotaur crouch. And we're going to try to do DPS on the boss. So you're going to crouch here and wait. The boss sometimes can stomp you, so you have to be super careful. What I like to do is just stand still and just wait for this Minotaur to walk towards me and hopefully it won't kill me. And it's been a gentleman, it's standing there. And now we can just use our grenade launcher, use our Anarchy, use our rockets, any weapons. You can also use your auto rifle too. Bungie will give you ammo. Sometimes it just takes a really long time depending on their mood to give you ammo. So there you go, guys. You could just stand here, crouch here behind the Minotaur, and then you could just take it down easily. So yeah, Togetherness mod. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. I highly dislike it because I'm forced to use for Titan and Hunter a health exotic, where for Warlock you could just use Healing Rift, and they do have some interesting exotics where you can get Infinite Rift, etc, etc. So yeah, and I was gonna go for top tree. I had a really cool build I wanted to try, but then I forgot Togetherness was this week. So I couldn't go top tree, unfortunately, and I couldn't mess around with the top tree super. So there you go, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I'll be honest, I can't remember where we left you. We're in the middle of 3 separate simulations. We just met the biggest Vex Cyclops I've ever seen, and we cracked it in half.
Oh, Dendron, right. You're so good at cleaning up Osiris's messes. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Now get out of there before the simulation shuts down.